Hey guys, welcome again to another episode of Why Survive When You Can Thrive. What I'm doing today is I'm going to show you a couple of ways to make some really inexpensive fire starters. You can go to the store and you can buy a pack of these. I bought these from the Dollar General store for $1.50. You can go to Dollar Tree. They have these for $1 even. Both of them are 100% cotton, and both of them have 80 count of the little 100% cotton facial wipes. These are real simple. They have different patterns on them. You can go to Walmart and buy these. They're like $2 or $2.50. Dillon's or Kroger sells them for like $2.50 a piece. But the best buy, they're all, no matter where you buy them at, they're 100% cotton. And that's what you're looking for. And what you're simply going to do with them is you're going to take these. You can buy a candle at the Dollar Tree again for $1. This will do 80, I repeat, a full container of these, 80 of these quick little fire starters. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the wax in a little container like this, put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. It's going to liquefy. We'll then take our facial wipe, 100% cotton, drop it inside our wax, pull it out. You can let it drain and then lay it either on wax paper or lay it on a cookie sheet like what I have here. And this particular aluminum cookie sheet will do 54 of these fire starters at a time. Now, if you just dip it and then pull it out, oh, my camera's going crazy. Now, if you just dip this in the wax and take you a pair of tongs like these and pull it out and then let it drain and then lay it down, use the tongs to smooth it out to make it smooth so it'll sit when you stack them back up. You'll end up with a pretty dark fire starter like this. Pretty symmetrical. You can see that you don't really see much of the grooves anymore in the fire starter or in the cotton itself. So it started off like this, and then when we're done it ends up like that. Now you can also wring them out. So you'll put a stack of them, you'll take a stack like this, stick it in your wax, take your tongs and squeeze these, and I'll show you this, and just keep squeezing it and wring them out, and then lay these down flat and then pull one off at a time and smooth it out on your surface. Let it dry. You can stick it in the, you can throw it in the freezer for a minute. It's 20 degrees outside. I just set the pan outside for 5 minutes and they just pop off and they make crispy little wafers that are soaked in candle wax. Now you can also make these where you use the mosquito repellent candle wax, or you can just use regular candles. If you go to the Dollar Tree itself, like I said, you can buy a candle for $1 like this. You can pick, I did cinnamon and apple as well as vanilla. You can do no fragrance. You just pop that in a microwave in a little glass bowl, let it melt, and go to town. But this for $1 will do 80 of those fire starters. So I'm going to heat this up, get my wax melted, and then I'll come back and I'll show you exactly how it works. Okay, I've got my candle wax all melted. You're going to see what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stack of these. I like that. I'm just going to drop it in my candle wax. It's going to soak it up pretty quick. I may turn it over on its side and kind of push down. If you find that your wax is wanting to stick to your tongs, just stick your tongs inside the container and let it warm up, and then it won't stick. So I like to wring them out a little bit, so what you'll see me do is pick that up. I'm just going to hold that up. I'm going to squeeze it just a little bit to squeeze the excess out so I don't have real thick, overly excessive fire starters. And then I just pull each one of these off one at a time. Go right between the two and pull it off. End up like that. Lay it down on your, you can lay it down on wax paper or right on this aluminum cookie sheet, or if you have another type of cookie sheet. And you'll notice all I'm doing is laying them out, and then I just run my tongue back and forth over it to help smooth it out. And the smoothing out just makes it stack easier. When I go to put them, because I'll stack them back up, put them in a little aluminum tin. Again, you can buy, I'll show you here in a minute, you can buy the tins right at Dollar Tree, and I'm not advertising Dollar Tree, it's just that's where you can get some really inexpensive stuff. Whoa. But I'll show you. I mean, right here, literally, we'll end up doing 50 of these fairly quick. And then I'll take you out in the garage and I'll show you how easy it is at these light. Now these are a different pattern. You can kind of see the dots on there. These are ones that are from the dollar store, or you can get them over at Walmart, Kroger's. They're just a different pattern for the cotton. I don't think one works any more superior than the other does. The key is just let it soak up. You can see on the pattern that it's got polka dots. Again, you can lay those one at a time down and just smear them out. If you're going to do one at a time, the polka dots work really good for that. It still makes it waterproof. Just let it soak it up. You might, I'm getting down to the bottom of my candle wax. Set these over here and I'm going to start separating these out. Again, you can let these soak up as much as you want, or you can keep them as thin as you want. But as long as they're coated in wax, it's going to make them waterproof. So even if you soaked it and let it get down in water, or rain got on it from your pack, or whatever the case is, all you have to do is tear the disc in half, opening up the fibers to the inside of the cotton, and opening up the fibers are going to make it to where you can ignite that easier. I think the disc that does not have the little dots will probably, I haven't tried it yet, but I believe it'll probably take a ferrite rod or a spark a lot easier, just because when you go to tear it in half, there's a lot more fibers there that are cotton that are going to open up to allow a spark to hold on to. I could drop in a couple more down in there and finish absorbing up that what little bit of wax I have left here. I don't think I'll get another one out of that one candle. Yeah, there's not enough on there for me to get another one. So what you're going to see me do now, my container's empty. I'm going to take my rack that I have. As you can tell, you can definitely see the difference between the flat disc with just the little corrugated holes in it versus the round with the dots. Both of them are going to work just fine. This is one that's finished, that's flat. This is the one with the dots. So I'm going to take this outside, let it sit for 10 minutes, let it harden up, and then I'll pop them off. So now I'm going to take you outside to my garage. We're going to take one of these. We're going to rip it in half, hit it with a ferrite rod, and I'll show you how easy it actually takes a spark. So let's go do that. All right, welcome back, guys. I brought these in from outside. I'll kind of show you how easy. I mean, these just literally pop right off of the aluminum pan. Very little effort. I can stack them all back up, put them back in the original container, or I can have, if I have a special container for them, I can put them in a special container. It's really up to you and how you want to store them. They are waterproof at this point, so it's not going to hurt if they get wet. You can see how nice those turned out, the ones with the dots. And we'll go ahead and take one of these and I'll show you how to ignite it. Like I was saying, you can buy these little tins. They got a magnet on the back. I don't know what you'd use a magnet for, but these will hold about 6 or 7 of those, depending on how well you have them stacked together. And you can throw that in your bug out bag or your survival bag, whichever you want. Pull it out, throw a spark to it. You'll see in some of mine, like this, we keep these. There's 80 of the fire starters. I keep these in the trunk of my car, and I keep a magnesium ferrite rod so I can strike and get a fire with that. And that way, if I'm out and I need one, I can throw that in my bag, or if I'm out in my vehicle and it breaks down and I need to make a fire and I don't have anything else with me, I have those. Now there's several ways. We'll go ahead and do one of these and rip it in half and go ahead and start a fire with it. Here's one that I've already torn. You want to basically just work it to where you can open it up, get those fibers. If you can see those fibers, you open up those fibers. Let me get you a little bit closer here. See those fibers? You open up those fibers right here. And several ways you can do it. I've got a flashlight here that's got a torch in the bottom of it. I can hit that button and a little torch goes across there. I'll show you how easy that is. Hit that button and boom, fire. That fast. Those burn very quickly. I can relight it. And that's not a lighter, that's just a little torch. It has a little plasma beam that goes across it, kind of like an arc that you would get with a 9-volt battery. I can take this same thing. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see that on my table. Excuse the mess. I'm going to open these up, get some of those pores, those little fibers showing on the cotton. And then I'm going to take my magnesium rod. Oh, helps if I get it right on it, huh? Get one where it's actually torn up so I can get it going for you. I don't know if you saw it, but this is a good example of how you can start one when it's wet. My fire starter's wet, my table's all wet because it was outside and we've got some weather. ice and sleeting right now. It's not wanting to start. There it goes. You can see just one of those pieces took a spark. It'll take a spark very quick and simple. The easier you open those up to make it more porous, the better it is for you. I'm going to push that off to the side. I want to try one of these with the dots. It may be better, it may be harder. We're going to see. It looks like this will be more cotton. Let's go ahead and give that a try. Yeah, those actually lit faster and easier. See? It has more fibers, but yet there's going to be less wax in there because this whole piece is covered in wax. So just a little touch of that, and you can see how that goes up. It's not going to matter. You can see how it wants to stay going. You'll also notice I can take a metal match. We've all seen these. I can light it like this. I can put my tinder on there now and I can have a fire. Again, the metal match has a little ferrocenium rod on it. I can turn around and do that, and now I've got tinder. Use all this to catch. Whoa, that goes quick. And the beautiful things with this, guys, is you can build a fire. It'll burn for a while. One little disc. I've had mine last anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. If I'm using the mosquito repellent that you can get at any sporting goods store, a candle that has mosquito repellent in it, it works great too. So this is a great flame, great fire for me to be able to get my tinder going, my fire bundle going, whatever it might be. So next time you're in the woods, don't just survive when you can thrive. Build yourself a fire, keep some of these, keep 100 of these or 80 of these in the trunk of your car. Literally it cost me $1 for the pack. It cost me $1 for the candle. So for $2, I have 80 fire starters. If you like the little container, you can get 2 of these for $1 at the Dollar Tree, or you can get the bigger ones, 1 for $1. I like the little ones. It's up to you on what you guys choose to do. Until the next time, I'll see you in the woods. Thanks for watching Why Survive When You Can Thrive with Rod Biggs. Take care.